because once you start, you're not going to stop.
What's up, Power Project family? This episode's about to come with some heat. So with that being said, here's a medical disclaimer. Mark Bell's Power Project podcast YouTube channel does not contain medical advice. We're not doctors nor the featured guests. The contents of this YouTube channel, such as videos, text, graphics, images, and other material are intended for entertainment, informational, and educational purposes only and not for the purpose of rendering medical advice. The contents of this YouTube channel are not intended to substitute professional medical advice, diagnosis, nor treatment. Although we make efforts to keep medical information on our channel updated, we cannot guarantee that the information on our channel reflects the most up-to-date research. Consult your physician for medical advice. Always seek the advice of a physician or other qualified healthcare providers regarding a medical condition. Never disregard or delay seeking professional medical advice or treatment because of something you have heard in a YouTube video. Before taking any medications, over-the-counter drugs, supplements, or herbs, consult a physician for thorough evaluation. This channel does not endorse any medications, vitamins, herbs, nor do we condone the use of illegal drugs or use of drugs for unintended purposes. A qualified physician should make a decision based on each person's medical history and current prescriptions. Enjoy.
In talking about like homeostasis, is it possible to keep any gains from, take, like, let's say you take a cycle when you're 18 because you want to get big, and then now you're 25 and you didn't take anything, since that time you were 18. Can you hold on to any of that in your opinion?
Yeah. So, the last time I did an actual cycle, it was before my accident when I did a real cycle. I've done, like, for a video, injected Primo Ball, and I've done, just for a video, did, like, I think we did 5 mils or something. We're going to do
anything for Instagram.
Yeah. And so, like, I've done those things. I've taken SARMs here on and off during that time. But so when I stopped, I was 26 years old, 26, and I stayed on a TRT dose. And just on that dose, so that's not completely off, but at TRT dose, I was able to always be above 255 or so, 260, just, working out and eating whatever I wanted, really. But I never did anything more than that. And so it is 100% possible to do.
You think even without the TRT dose, though, like if you did, like, because I think there's some people that think, like, I'm just gonna take this stuff just for a little bit, just for a couple months, or maybe just through the summer, and then I'm gonna hold on to these gains.
You can hold on to most of them if you do it right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you do it right, if you're not taking certain compounds, and you can 100% do it right.
It sounds like you started really young. Like, what age were you when you started?
18.
And what advice would you have for other people that, because we hear, like, a lot of young people, like, kind of hopping on stuff. Do you think that maybe you hopped on prematurely, or if you could, share this with somebody else that's just starting lifting, like what are your thoughts? Like, is this a good idea? And if, and if not, like, what are some repercussions that maybe you ended up suffering from, like the abscess and other things?
So I was 225 when I started, because I was about 115 in high school in freshman year, and then I graduated 235. I was 225 naturally before I ever touched it. And I remember telling myself, like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a bodybuilder. I didn't even think about, am I going to make money being Mr. Olympia or this and that, but this is what I was going to do. And if I was okay with injecting every day of my life, if I had to. And, it worked out in a sense, financially and whatever. There was pros and cons behind it, but I reached a point where I knew at 225 pounds and being as lean as I was, there really wasn't much I could do. I was going to have to do it one day or another. It's going to have to happen if that's the route I wanted to go. But what I would say right now, looking back, it did give me a place and a platform to help other people now. So I don't, I'm not just telling somebody, hey, take this, take this and this. I'm actually able to go, maybe you should do something else, or maybe you should take something different and start here. Cause I'm able to help people that way now. So I do say I don't regret it myself, but after going through what I've gone through in that field, I would, especially at that age, I would say, don't do it. No, don't do it.
And maybe, like, how long to maybe wait if somebody is like, fuck, man, I still would love to, look into doing it at some point.
Power Project family, what if I told you that you could eat cereal that doesn't mess with your diet, that doesn't have massive amounts of sugar, that doesn't give you the bubble guts, and that's actually really good for you? Well, that's why we partnered with Magic Spoon. 0 grams of sugar, 4 grams of net carbs, 14 grams of protein, and 140 calories per serving, and it actually tastes like kid cereal. God dang it. Andrew, how can people get it?
Absolutely. You guys got to head over to magicspoon.com/powerproject, and that'll get you $5 off the variety pack. Links to them down in the description. Let's get back to this video.
If you just want to look better, start with some alternatives. You know, you're probably always going to, you know, if you're questioning it, you're probably going to do it, but at least start with some alternatives first and then see if it's, you know, if it's for you. Because once you start, you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop. You're going to have to be injecting something the rest of your life. And, you know, we just talked about TRT. You're going to have to do that one way or another. So, you know, just remember that. And it seems, you know, harmless a lot of times, but, you know, you start, how do you get it, right? Who are the people you have to get it from? What are they involved in? You know, a lot of times it starts something so simple, and the next thing you know, you're manufacturing for a biker gang, or you're, you know, I mean, it can go wild. Like, you have no idea how far it can get. And, you know, that's an extreme, but I'm just saying it can be a lot different than what you think.
I have a good question, man, because I've heard Mark say this too, and other people that have come on and said, like, if you do start, you're going to be on for the rest of your life. Really, why is that? Why is it that a majority of people that do, like, they usually are on something for the rest of their life? Why?
I think here, most of the people that are going to take it, you know, there's a deeper reason why they want to take it. And you're never going to come off because you always want to look good. You know, most of the people taking it for that reason, they just want to look better. They want to feel better. Mm-hmm. So why do you ever want to go backwards? You know, you're never going to go, okay, I'm just going to come off now. Once you start seeing yourself and feeling down, your hormones are down, you're not going to just be like, oh, I'm happy like this. Oh, I'm happy not being able to bench the same, and now it hurts my elbows. You know, you're going to be like, fuck that. You know, I don't want that to happen. I'm going to keep going. And you never want to look worse. You never want to go backwards. So it's going to be, it's really hard for somebody, the mental strength. And, you know, and that's where I think cycling does come into play, because, you know, taking a break, but knowing that you're going to come back, and knowing that you're going to come back better, and just taking that time off to just better yourself and be you, go eat, go, you know, do stuff you weren't doing when you're on cycle, you know, when you're super disciplined. So that's where I think, you know, homeostasis in that instance, you know, mentally. So.
Hey, you, before you leave, listen up. I need you to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Also ring that notification bell, because we continue to bring you peak content. So don't leave us hanging. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and we will see you soon.